planning a trip to Japan and you want to go off the beaten path, but not too far off the path, here's 10 locations in and around Kyoto and Osaka from someone who lived there for 8 years as a preview of my brand new travel guide, Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition, out now on my website. Starting with number 1, which is Okage-yokucho and Ise Jingu. Okage-yokucho is essentially a long street of beautiful old traditional buildings that are filled with shops and cafes, restaurants, and it is just delightful. At the end of the street, you'll find Ise Jingu, which is considered to be one of the holiest temples in all of Japan. Unfortunately, you can't actually see the temple itself because it's considered so untouchably sacred, but the temple grounds are just hard to describe. It's just probably one of the most beautiful temples I've ever been to, and I have been to a lot. Just outrageous. It's quite easy to get here with public transport, therefore it can get a little bit busy, but it's mostly just busy with the locals, which is good because that means if you go during the week, you're almost guaranteed to see less people than we did because this was a public holiday. It shouldn't be this busy for you. It's about 2.5 hours from Osaka or Kyoto, and to get there, take the train to Isuzugawa Station and then the bus to Jingu Kaikan Mae. Next up is a location featured in my new travel guide, Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition, and that is a town called Funeya in Ine, which is this charming, quaint fishing village, and it is a perfect weekend or a day trip from Kyoto. The surrounding bay in this area, it's lined with hundreds of funeya or traditional boathouses that were once used to store fishing boats, but now they've been converted into cafes, restaurants, shops, and little museums for tourists to visit. Since this town can't rely on fishing anymore to support it, a lot of them just rely on tourism, which is why it's such a lovely place to recommend. Fair warning though, there's not a lot to do here, so just take it as your chance to slow down and relax a little for about 1 to 2 days. From Kyoto, take the train to Miyazu Station and then the bus to Ine. It will take about 3.5 hours. I go into more detail about this location and about 20 more in my brand new travel guide, Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition, that's available now on my website. Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition is a comprehensive, all-inclusive travel guide to more than 20 different unique, alternative, and absolutely beautiful places in Kyoto, all accessible with public transport that will see you avoiding the crowds, interacting with the locals, and having a truly unique experience in Kyoto. In researching for this guide, I went to places that were sometimes called like hidden gems online, and they were packed with people. It was crazy. So much travel advice online has just been recycled, reused, and written by people that have never actually been there myself, and I know this for a fact. I've got some tea about that, but I have personally been to every single location myself, so I know that the information is accurate, it's up to date, and you'll know that every location will be worth your time. On top of that, there's also an accommodation guide, seasonal recommendations, travel tips, Japanese phrases to use on the go, tips for traveling with kids, and also a guide for vegans and vegetarians with a map pinning all of my favorite veggie restaurants in Osaka and Kyoto. Honestly, it would take you a very long time to find this information online, so this way you'll have it all in one place and you'll know that it's advice that you can trust. Most people really only have about 1 or 2 trips to Kyoto in their lifetime, and your trip can be completely different depending on the kind of advice that you read. So this is the least amount of money that you'll spend towards your trip that will make the biggest difference to your experience. So if you'd like to avoid the crowds in your next trip to Japan, see something different, and support the locals, check out Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition on my website. And if you bundle it with my previous travel guide, you can grab the second one at 25% off. My previous guide's been updated for 2025 with brand new locations included, so if you already bought that one, you can get an email soon with a link to download it for free and a 25% off discount code for the Kyoto edition. I have been working on this guide for years now. I've poured my heart and soul into it, and I really think, actually I know for a fact, it's going to elevate your trip to Kyoto. So please go and check it out. Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto edition, you can scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Next up is a completely tattoo-friendly onsen town known as Kinosaki Onsen. I've been here a couple of times before, but like an idiot, I didn't take any video. Like, I think I went here before I started my channel, or I just went like on a weekend. But anyway, this town is so beautiful, so photogenic, and it's full of ryokans, or traditional Japanese style hotels, and 7 public onsens that are all tattoo friendly, which is super duper rare in Japan. I recommend staying at a hotel and getting the full experience, but even if you're not, you can purchase a day pass for about 1,500 yen, which will gain you access to any and all of the onsen in the town. My favorite onsen was Gosho no Yu. It's pretty famous in the area. It's just phenomenal. It can get a bit busy though, so their website has like this capacity meter that changes throughout the day, so you know which ones are less crowded. It's 2 hours 49 minutes from Kyoto, and to get there, just take the train to Kinosaki Onsen Station. Okay, the next 3 to 4 spots are like They're not always like close to each other, but they're kind of like the ultimate week-long Japan road trip itinerary if there ever was one, because there's like 10 different things to see around here. I'm obsessed with this area. I've been here so many times. Let's go. So first we have Koyasan, which is one of the most important spiritual sites in Japan, and it's known for its connection to Japanese Buddhism. It's in the mountains, so it's a little bit cooler than the cities, and it's got the most serene and peaceful atmosphere, so much nature. It's just gorgeous, and there's a lot of little hikes you can do from here, but even just strolling around the cemetery and temple grounds is amazing. It's 2.5 hours from Osaka, and to get here, first head to Gokurabashi Station, get on a cable car to Koyasan Station, and then a quick bus to Senju-en-bashi. A little further south from here is one of the most random, out there, super fun experiences I've ever come across in Japan, and that is Adventureland 4-wheel drive park. Chris and I first went here and we thought it was just like a campground, but then we showed up and the owner handed me like this huge pile of mushrooms through the car window, and he was like, yeah, park anywhere, let's go off-roading, and then took us on like a 4-wheel drive adventure down the most beautiful valley in an old army Hummer that had a button that when you press it, it played the Indiana Jones theme song. Amazing. It was so funny. The owner's name is Boss, and he owns all of the lands in this area, and it's just like a big playground for him. This kind of experience is definitely not for everyone, but boy, is it for some people. Unfortunately, this spot is not accessible without a car, but if you're hiking the Kumano Hongu, it's not far from there. Otherwise, this is a 2-hour, 20-minute drive from Osaka. Just a little bit further south from there, we've got Totsukawa Village, which I've already made a whole entire video on, but basically, this is a little town nestled in the valley with a bunch of different things to offer. Hatenashi Village is part of the Kumano Hongu Trail, and it's this charming little dwelling perched on the side of the mountain. There's usually clouds all around. It's magical. Also in the town, they've got onsen, there's waterfalls, and my personal favorite, Kuchinomura, or Village in the Sky, which is this kind of like high ropes, nature, relaxation, adult playground in the mountains. Like you can just have fun bounding around, you can enjoy a cup of tea, read a book, swing upside down, you can do whatever you want. They also have a campsite and a tree house that you could stay in. Dude, I could talk about this place all day long. I'm obsessed with it. I love Kuchinomura. This is a 2.5-hour drive from Osaka, and unfortunately, again, it's not really possible to get here with public transport. There is, however, a tour company that I'll link down below, and they can take you to all of these places and more, and they'll organize accommodation and all of that, so just go and check out the link. They were the sponsor of like a previous video. You're probably so sick of hearing me talk about this area of Japan, but I can't stop. Next is just a little bit further south from there, and it's quite a bit more famous because the Kumano Hongu runs through here, which is the Hongu Taisha area. I don't really know what to call it, but there's like the largest torii gate in Japan here. Just around the corner, there is Yunomine Onsen, which is this tiny, tiny little onsen town. You can like boil your own eggs. And then around the corner from that is Kawayu Onsen, one of my favorite places where you can dig your own onsen out of the riverbed of rocks. And then just around the corner from that is Dorokyo Gorge, which is this unbelievable beauty nature spot. And it's almost guaranteed that you'll be alone here. I can't stress enough just how underrated this area of Japan is. It's so freaking beautiful. Kumano Hongu Taisha is possible to reach with public transport, but it will take you about 4 hours. Catch the train to Ki-Tanabe Station and then the bus to Hongu Taisha Maya, or it's a 3-hour drive from Osaka. Last on the list of amazing places in this general vicinity is Nachi Falls. You've probably seen photos of this place before, and for very good, obvious reasons. It's just outstandingly beautiful. It's the tallest waterfall in Japan. There's the pagoda, the torii. It's no wonder that this is a bucket spot for a lot of Japanese people. It's just unfreaking real. There's not much else to say about it. It's just beautiful. Again, this one is possible to reach with public transport, but it will take you quite a long time. Same with driving, actually. It's probably still worth the trip, but I highly recommend stringing them all together with the previous recommendations and just this whole area of Japan. It's amazing. If I could rent a car in any city of Japan and go around for a week, definitely rent it from Osaka or Kyoto and then drive down to like the Wakayama, Nara, Mie area. It's so good, so much to see. Now for something a lot closer to Osaka, we've got Akame 48 Waterfalls. I've been here a couple of times before, but I haven't really got that much footage, unfortunately, just like a bunch of photos. But basically, it's a 3.3 kilometer, very beginner-friendly loop hike through the valley where you can enjoy 23 different waterfalls. Yeah, I don't know why it's called 48 waterfalls. Maybe there's more, but they're like inaccessible or something. But anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a really lovely way to do some hiking close to Osaka and to escape the summer heat. even if you're a beginner hiker. It's 1 hour 45 minutes away from Osaka. Just catch the train to Akameguchi Station and then the bus to Akame Daki. Last on the list, we've got Lake Biwa and all of the many places around it to see. Biwa is so great in so many different seasons, but particularly summer, as it's an entirely freshwater lake, but the shoreline really looks like a beach. It's really clear water. It's just beautiful. Omimaiko Nakahama Beach is probably the most famous one that's really popular in summer, though I have to warn the ladies, I found out the hard way that on weekends in summer, this is a nampa location, which is where guys just like try to pick up girls the whole time. So don't go by yourself like I did. There's a bunch of seagulls fighting over the last french fry. Not far from here, there's this large torii gate in the water that's called Shirahige Shrine that is just so beautiful in every season. There's cherry blossoms in spring, and I just discovered another area of Biwa that I have somehow never been to called Omi Hachiman, and it's got this like canal that runs through this cute little town. Crazy. Also on the north side of the lake, there's a bunch of cherry blossoms that bloom, and some of them dip into the water. So last year I got to fulfill a dream of mine by paddling under them with the paddleboard, and then I also went swimming under the cherry blossoms. It was freezing cold, but it was so amazing. There's so much to see in this area of Japan. I think I don't know, there's like a lot of places all over the country, obviously, but everyone tends to go to Tokyo and then they go day trips from there. Honestly, I think there's probably more stuff to see around the Osaka Kyoto area. I just love it so much. And yeah, like I said, I lived in Osaka for like 8 years, and pretty much every weekend we would just be going to one place or another, and there's so many spots. A lot of them are in my other travel guide. I always just get so delighted when I hear people say that like they visited a place based on my recommendations or from my travel guide, and it just excuse me. And it just warms my heart so much. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Like I said, lived in Osaka for a long time. Both Osaka and Kyoto are so special to me and to so many people as well. But I just really want people to have the kinds of experiences that I've been privileged and lucky enough to have here. And I want you to gain the confidence to step outside of your comfort zone, outside of the very well-worn path here, because Japan is so amazing and there's so much to offer, so much more to offer than just like what the regular advice will tell you. And so if you go beyond the tourist trail, if you go just outside the well-worn path, you'll be rewarded with so much amazing things. There's so much to offer and I'm really excited for you. So go and check out Beyond the Tourist Trail and Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto edition. I've poured my heart and soul into both of them and I really think you're going to love them. Go follow me on all the things. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.